What up? What up? It's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. This motherfucking Monday, everybody. How everybody doing out there while the world is burning all around us? We finally got a little bit of something interesting going on in the news. We might have a little guest coming along later on. Dino just popped in, so we're gonna get this shit started because there's gonna be a lot of fuckery and shenanigans, as Dino would say, added to this whole mix. Everything from Chinese, Canadian, so I don't know if they're gonna be Cajun, Chinese, Canucks and Chinese. How do you even say that? Like Canucks knees? A Canucks knees. Yeah, Dino is gonna be a Canucks knees. So yeah, that we're gonna talk about some of this ice shit that's going on, the new Black Panthers, and some other fuckery that I found out about Trump that I think might be a little bit fucked up. So for that being said, we're gonna bring in our good possibility 51st American or a Canucks niece, Dino the genetic motherfucking marvel. Shit.
It's clearly Chinadian. I'm Chinadian. That's what it is. Okay, that's
Canadian.
Yeah.
This sounds a little bit more regal than Canucks knees.
Yeah,
I give you that.
Sounds like a wintertime cold. I got a Canucks sneeze. Yeah. It's gonna
that or you get old out there and you have my knees ain't what they used to be. I got that old
Canucks sneeze. Yeah.
The old Canucks knees, just leaning over the watering hole, fishing in the winter.
I mean, yeah, you know what? It is. I don't understand why people don't realize that the internet is a thing. So, like, when you say stuff, and then 5 minutes later say something different, people go, "Hey, but you just said that other shit," and people are like, "What? No, that never happened." You go, "What do you, bro? You literally just said that. What are you on about?"
On a video, man. I mean, nowadays it's kind of hard to fucking tell, so you got to do a little bit more research. But since the dawn of video, hiding, especially out in the open, is not that damn easy as people used to get. Did you say that? No, I didn't. Well, we were all there. You're all lying. Yeah. Okay. Now Hillary Clinton was the last of the people that could pull that shit off, and she had some witchery. You know, did you know about Benghazi? Nope, I didn't see any of them videos. Bitch, what are you talking about? You were on video. I don't recall any of that.
I'm not aware of that. I'm not aware of that ever happening. And you're like, we have your video saying, I know that happened. I was there. I made it happen. And she's like, no, that wasn't me. It's a deep fake. It's
and
I don't know.
What I don't get is the people who see video evidence of shit before the whole boom of the AI. Like the last of the real video evidence of people, let's say like Nancy Pelosi, running through the basement yelling, "This is all my fault," or her fucking kid on camera with the camera filming everything. But no, people didn't see that. That didn't happen. You know, that goes all the way back to the dude who was fucking blowing Obama that nobody wanted to fucking, everybody, Larry Sinclair. Nope, nobody knows about him. Nope.
Like, no, that's not a real person. You're like, no, it's that happened. And they're like, no, it's not. It never did. No.
So for people out there, the one person right now watching, to let you know what we were talking about. For a while, the other side of Canada has been talking about leaving Canada, seceding. They want to be part of the United States. or
Correct.
at bare minimum their own sovereign little spot.
Right.
And that's what area is that? That's down in
That's
like
Alberta.
yeah, this at the
No,
other
no,
end.
it would be just north of Montana and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they've been talking about it, but Dino has explained in very much detail how it's just pretty much a pipe dream for these people
Oh
that
yeah.
get away from that government. Well, if there was ever a time to fucking do it, it would be right now, because apparently I don't know what the whole deal is, and it kind of feels like Trump foresaw this shit or knew this was going to happen. That's why he's dealing with the shit with Greenland. But apparently China or Canada not only dropped, and this was in like a matter of days, not only dropped the tariffs from 100% on some shit down to 6% on everything. Uh,
Hmm.
so that drop not only did drop that, but that means all Canadian EVs are going to be Chinese. Chinese is going to swap, or cover, Canada with fucking with EVs. That means
Yeah.
more Chinese industry, which is kind of okay for the economy, I guess. But we're gonna have a yellow and brown war up there because them people don't give a fuck about any kind of white civilized folks.
Nope.
Um, and so not only once they start piling in, that's our enemies sticking their balls right. That's our enemies literally teabagging us.
Listen, just to put into perspective, right? Canada just gave like $10 billion or $12 billion to a company called Stellantis that was supposed to be making EVs in Canada. Now, because the government didn't do their due diligence and are basically fools, that company took the 10 million or 12 billion dollars and was like, cool, we're out. And it was like, what? Like, well, we're gonna use this money to build cars, just not in Canada, which is why they were given the money. And yeah, they just left the country.
Here, give me
They're
a
like,
minute.
we're gonna build them somewhere else.
Some reason this
And,
link ain't sending to Dan. Let me try this again.
interesting. So you're frozen right now, just an FYI. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
No, it's because I went to
Oh, there you
another.
back.
Yeah. I just
So
sent it the link again.
so now that they're scavenging, because like we have like where I am, there are 1, 2, 3 large car manufacturing facilities. Okay. I think there are probably more, but at least 2, 3.
One,
And
one second, Dino.
all right.
And our guest,
Jesus.
local comedian Dan D.D. Smith, he's going to be joining in, especially on one of the other topics. He's feeling quite uh, invigorated about. So
Fuck them bitches.
right now, we're talking about Canada either becoming Chinese or American.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all right, Mark. You could just marry Dino and he could be American.
I ain't getting attacked by the ninjas, man. You got me fucked up.
I ain't trying to marry Dino. I'm offering you up for sacrifice.
Well, no, they're doing it themselves. I mean, like I said in the beginning, Alberta and a few of the little, I don't know if they call them states up there or
Provinces.
Providences.
provinces up there.
Not providences, provinces.
Fuck
Whatever.
you. My fault.
So, they've been trying to break away from Canada forever, but it's kind of like when Texas said they wanted to secede. It's
100%.
not going to happen. But now that the other side of Canada is fucking up and is going to be pretty much the Chinese port over there, Americans, I mean, really, no matter what president it is, would pretty much have no choice to either take control of Canada or be fucked. So it's either got to be.
Have a choice?
You can't have. It's either Chinese are going to control Canada, Because as wishy-washy as the Canadian government is, the Asians will come and swoop them motherfuckers. And they don't like the Indians dot nor slot, so they're gonna end up wiping them out. And I mean, and that's just historical and statistically.
Aren't those called Eskimos up there?
The Asians are up in the mountains in Tibet and shit.
No, you said Indians.
Everywhere.
You said Indians. They're called Eskimos in Canada, aren't they?
They are not.
No.
I'm just.
The Canadians then drove their own smallpox people out of their way. You know, they did their thing. We just don't talk about it.
After so many years of doing these shows with Marco, I find it funny that it's Dan that's going to come in and get us all canceled by calling Indians Eskimos. It's hilarious. Did
you see the article that they were shipping the illegal Mexicans up to Alaska to work?
You thought they were Eskimos.
Those are literally
not ours.
Meximos. Those are Meximos.
Yeah. They're not ours. Send them somewhere else.
Meximos.
But yeah, so I mean,
to be clear, the term is Inuit. Eskimos is apparently we're not supposed to use them.
In your what?
Inuit.
And that sounds dirty. I'd rather be called an Eskimo than an Inuit.
Well, you're neither, so you don't get. Hey, that's like a black person saying, "I want to be called Cracker." That's what I prefer. Like, that's not how that works.
Yes, isn't that supposed to acceptable now? That's exactly how the way it works. I don't want to be called in my anything.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't want anything in your anything.
That ship has sailed, sir.
I mean, that or even that's even close to nitwit. Inuit? What the fuck did you just call me?
That's all right.
That's like bitches. They want to be called dwarves, bitch.
So wait a minute. Let me figure this out. I want to ask you guys something because I really don't know.
Okay.
It should be interesting.
All right. Greenland is a province of Denmark?
No,
Greenland was colonized by Denmark.
Or a province. I'm sorry, a province of Denmark.
No. So Greenland is its own country underneath Denmark. So Denmark owns Greenland.
Like Puerto Rico is under the United States.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, no, because I don't think.
How the fuck are we going to take that off of Denmark?
I don't think Greenland has as many rights as fucking Puerto Rico.
No, but you don't have as many rights as other people. It's just, yeah. It's the same way same thing. Yeah.
So it's like a commonwealth.
Yeah.
Huh.
So Pennsylvania,
like Canada is a commonwealth of the UK. Same thing.
Yeah, okay, that's understandable now. Either way, they don't want to be Denmarkian or whatever the fuck they're Deutsch or whatever the fuck they would call
Deutsch is German.
People.
I like Denmarkian. I think let's stick with Denmarkian because that's definitely not correct.
They don't want to be Denmarkian, but they don't want to be American either. And they have the right to be that. I feel, they have the right to that. And the fact that it's not Greenland and it's not the government of Greenland that is calling for help from the NATO and calling for help from all these other fucking countries. It's Denmark that's calling for France and Germany and everybody to back them up.
Right.
I mean, so now on one hand, did Trump foresee this shit going on with Canada and said, okay, well, if Canada's going to beef up Chinese shit over here, then we're going to have a presence over on Greenland? Or is fucking, like everybody just divvying up Greenland for fucking like it's, don't belong to the people?
Greenland's beautiful from everything I've seen. You just can't go there a whole lot. Like, it's sustained the weather.
That's what she said.
Yeah, basically. Greenland kind of is horrible when it comes to weather. But remember, Vikings named Iceland and Greenland to deceive people.
Yeah.
That's the original story. Because Iceland, while cold as shit, is gorgeous. And Greenland is
cold as shit.
Underdeveloped and cold as shit. Let's call it that.
Yeah, but the parts that are developed are beautiful.
No. There aren't developed parts. They're not.
Maybe I'm thinking Iceland, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably.
You don't got the Viking switch on you. And just a little side note, because I've seen this going around on Facebook too. If Americans think they're going to take Vikings off Viking or descendants of Vikings off Viking land, you bring it.
We aren't battling with swords anymore.
Listen here, Sven. Um, you and Bogar and Loki could get all in your furs and have your axes and fucking little beast beaters. You'll get shot. You'll just get shot. Did you see what they did to the wetbacks? Did you see what they did to the wetbacks? They flew over with 20 dudes, blasted some old school 80s music. Everybody started puking, and it was over with. Maduro gone. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I love the whole Viking culture, but the Valhalla is calling quick.
I just think there's a whole lot of wrong shit going on in the world right now.
Well, I mean, just like Dino and I was talking about this whole Greenland thing on a couple of the shows and the strategic, setting of it and how, certain plans to have them go into effect, you kind of need Greenland. But I mean,
you understand that's preemptive war, basically. Basically, what you're doing is setting yourself up to go to war.
Right.
So, I mean, and all that's what I mean by the whole world is just fucked up right now because why in God's name are we setting ourselves up to go to war with somebody we're trying to be buddy with, but at the same time we're going to try to get Greenland so you defend ourselves against them?
So no,
what the fuck?
So no, the thing is setting up and preparing for war, not against Greenland, just using Greenland as
against Russia.
Well,
that's what I mean.
See,
why we're trying to buddy with Russia, but we're defending ourselves from Russia.
Well, see, this not the thing, because there's also rumors ahead that we don't know why, but it's not only America that's fortifying defenses, and a lot of it is going towards Space Force. Something in the fucking sky is going on, and nobody is talking about it. And there's all this more and more. There's like, I hate to say that they're distractions, but I mean, it's happening all over the world where these big fucking, blow ups in society are happening. And generally when something like that happens, it's distracting from what's going on in like underground. And, just like, we'll just talk about it now. Fuck it. These whole ICE raids and shit, everything that's going on with ICE. First of all, for the people who are so proud now of the Black Panthers that have, reemerged, that claim that they've always been there in Philly, that they come out with their guns and all that. For you idiots on the right, they're allowed to have their guns, dickhead. You're allowed to have yours. They're allowed to have theirs. They could walk around as long as they're not hurting nobody. That is their constitutional fucking right. That is what we bitch about all the fucking time. You cannot bitch about these people having their... Now, if they act a fool with that weapon, that's a totally different story. But if they're carrying their weapon openly, responsibly, they're just like you, motherfucker. Shut up. Now, there's a video going around with the dude holding his gun, and first of all, it ain't nothing bigger than a 22. And if you zoom in on the picture of it, it's not, the clip is empty. And even if it wasn't empty, the fucker had it, the way he had it held, it was pointed at this girl's leg that was standing right next to him because he's sitting down like this with the gun. So, I mean, come on, guys. If you're going to go and do your thing and you call yourself peaceful and you're just doing whatever, have a little bit of fucking sense with your weapon, because that's worse of a charge. You don't need, you're going to fuck around and blow off your girlfriend's kneecap while you're out there doing what you think is right. And that's stupid. Now, that being said, do you know that, where the fuck were you motherfuckers when all the rest of these black folks was getting fucked up? Where was you? Where was you? Where was you all? Oh, wait a minute. Let's go to the background of the leader. He was trying to be a rap star last year. He was another Mondami. And apparently he had no respect in the fucking hood because he was carrying a crip and a blood rag.
Huh?
Yeah. And they don't even do that shit over on this side of the fucking America. It's totally different colors over here, if I remember correctly.
They do in Philly and New York, and Chicago.
But okay, well then that's worse because you knew, or you know your colors, and those colors don't go together unless they're an American flag
or a French flag, or a Russian flag, or a few other flags. Just
we're America.
Are you? Maybe you're French. I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
Canadian Frenchie.
And the fact that the media keeps pushing and pushing and pushing about like going back to that whole shit with Greenland, that they're sending all these defense people and they're sending the fortifying them, and it was like what, a total of 30 people at most that got sent over there from 5 countries, not 30 per country.
No,
30 people. Just let that sink in. But this bullshit with these fucking protests. Don Lemon, I would like, and I hope this goes around. Maybe one day, someday, I get to go. I'll tell it to his face. Fuck you, Don Lemon. You're a piece of shit. I'm just as brown as you are, so don't even try to pull the race card if you do ever hear this shit.
But you're not as gay as him.
Yeah, I don't give that. That has no bearing on the piece of shit that is. He's just he led a group of these other idiots into a fucking church, and pretty much were forcing people in the church to denounce ICE and to denounce their religious beliefs and to say they're pro-abortion and to say they're all the fucking Don Lemon has lost his shit.
I mean, aggressively. That is a lot to unpack. Why he went into a church.
A church.
Was it a black church? Like a black people church?
I don't even know. To me, the color doesn't matter to me. I mean,
it does. It matters to me because if you go into a black church as a black person trying to convince people to give up their faith, shit's going down.
Yeah,
if you walk into you're an idiot. If you walk into a white church, you know how stupid white people are. They're like, oh, we're multicultural now. They're not smart, right?
Oh, look it up.
You ain't talking about Youngstown white people, Marco.
I mean, listen, there's no such thing as people in Youngstown. There are problems in Youngstown. Okay, there aren't people. Let's just start there. Okay.
I'll be the problem. I don't give a fuck. I'm done.
You are the problem, sir.
Yes, I am.
Hey, whether you care or not has no relevance on the matter. Okay,
because I have normal morality. I have normal morality, and I actually have values. They may not be correct values, but they are values, and I stay behind every motherfucking one of them bitches. That's it.
Well, wait a minute before you go on your little rant there. This was the whole reason why I brought Dan in on this conversation, because Dan isn't really a big political guy. He's kind of like the Greg of them, a little bit more unhinged. But he's pretty much stays out of all this shit. And for him to start going on Facebook and snapping on people about this shit, that's fucked up. And it goes back to that meme that goes around that says, wait till the people who didn't give a fuck start stepping in.
Yes.
So,
true.
Dan, tell the folks what you feel about this whole situation, being an outsider from the whole political realm.
All right. First off, you don't walk into private property. I don't give a fuck what you do and start shit. That is not right on any fucking level. None. If you want to protest, stay on the fucking sidewalk and protest. Great. That is fucking city property. Wonderful. Don't fucking storm in and intimidate the parishioners in a motherfucking church, because they are there to worship God, their God. That may not be your God, but that's their God. You don't do that shit. It's ridiculous. I think I'm in trouble.
Why are you in trouble?
Oh, because I just turned into a big screen.
Yeah, no. You just
I was giving you the stage, fucker.
Oh, I see. I don't understand the shit. But anyway, I just don't. I don't see how it's okay to go and intimidate when all you left wing motherfuckers, far left, I should say, think that intimidation is just as violent as fucking punching somebody in the face, or me telling you to go fuck yourself is violent. Fuck you. Come on now. Have a little bit of common sense, a little bit of morality. And when you are stepping on other people's rights, you're fucking wrong. That's it.
Yeah, that's accurate.
And that's all I have to say about that.
That's it.
Well,
fucking
this
force
is the thing
me all day. I don't give a shit.
I think that's the biggest difference, though, is that there are so many crazy organizations, let's say, that people are being bullied into their fealty, whereas like, well, you have to be with us. Like, look, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with LGBTQX HDMI, whatever you want to call it, right? Is they're like, no, you have to support us all. I don't barely support anybody. Okay. So you can't just stand there. And that's where you're like, no, I'm trans. So gay people have to support me. Gay people don't like you. Okay. I'll just say that. So, and then you're saying, like, listen, you think gays and lesbians are on the same side of every discussion? They're not. Okay. So it comes down to the fact that people are essentially, for lack of a better term, holding hostage or blackmailing people and saying, well, if you're not supporting me, then you're against me. And you're like, no. I'm not against you. I just have nothing to do with you. This is not my fight. This is your fight. I wish you the best. Go for it.
Yeah, that's another thing that kind of drives me nuts. I was bored in the past couple of days, so I stirred a lot of pots. Like just to be an asshole. And the biggest thing that kills me though is how people just, if you're not for this, if you don't believe my side, then you're totally the opposite side, and you can't be on this side no more. I'm like, what kind of fucking for instance, I posted something about it doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican or whatever, just start being American, start being a good person, something to that effect. Sure. And all of a sudden, here come the people. Nah. You said this, and you can't play both sides of the field. Yeah, I can't.
You'd be surprised.
Because I'm not a Democrat or I'm not a Republican, and I sure the fuck will never be a Democrat, nor a fucking libtard. I'm a fucking truther. I don't know how many fucking times I gotta fucking say that. Now, maybe my truth, you don't like my truth or it hurts you, but it's the fucking truth. Or whatever I say is based in quite a bit more research than you've done. So, I mean, fuck. You know, and I look at the whole, everybody says, well, this is all rigged. This is all, the political shit, and they all know each other and they're the same, wings of the same bird. Yeah. So is football. So is the NBA. And just today, just last night, the same person who's told me that was bitching about the game and how the Bills and how the football game's got to be rigged. Yeah, we know, but you keep betting on it and you're bitching about what just fucking happened. So shut the fuck up about me and my politics.
I'll be honest with you. All this talk about politics and who we are and things like that has gotten me thinking. And if you look in the comments, Ray says, take away warning labels and let them start out. I think my political party is now, I am a warning label abolitionist. That is who I am. That's all I am. That's
a warning
I'm a warning label abolitionist.
We're going to start the fourth party.
That's it. That's the fourth party. Take warning labels off everything. Let God sort them out.
That reminded me of a joke I thought of this morning, like something to put together. Like at this age, at some point, you kind of look at the fuck swing and say, that's not OSHA certified. I'm not. I'm not getting in that thing. It don't look like a certified contractor put them fucking things. Is that in a stud? Yeah.
Those no longer anchored properly. I don't think this is safe.
Yeah. Did I just see you use them yellow little cap thingies to hold that in the drywall? No, I'm good.
Like, hey, listen, I'm all for adventure, but I don't need to call the ambulance. I can't afford it. It's not. Yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Oh shit. So where we at in the time? We're about halfway through. So here's some. I seen two posts, and well, one wasn't a post. One was actually a video that I watched. The other one was a post that was pretty long, reel video, whatever you want to call it. But apparently, it went down a long list, because they say, "What if Trump ever?" Or I guess Jamie Lee Curtis came out and said some fuck shit about Trump, and that he has no empathy and he doesn't care about anybody and he's inhuman. All that's bullshit. So the lady went down a list. Now we all know about the whole Rosa Parks thing, and we all know about the Jesse Jackson and how he got the award thing and all that bullshit, and the lady he put up in his building, and still, well, there's more to that lady that he put up in his building. If anybody don't know, some fuck shit was going on in this little black lady's apartment building, and they were gonna kick her out or some shit like that. And Trump put the lady up in Trump Tower indefinitely. But one thing, she pays no bills. Um, but one thing I didn't know is she gets flowers sent to her every day for the rest of her days, just to make it pretty for her in wherever the fuck. But apparently, just there's a long list of shit that supposedly I didn't look it all up, but I mean, it made me feel proud of, I always looked at Trump just like the asshole. He keeps the pockets nice and he's doing what supposedly, what nobody else had the balls to do. So, hey, but there is some humanitarian shit there that, I mean, and it was from this was before he was even president, before he even thought about being president. There's a lot of shit there. Now, on the flip side of that, Trump is making his own Legion of Doom. There ain't no other way of putting it. There ain't no other way of saying it. There ain't no other. This goes back to what I said the other day. Just because I do good things does not make me a good person.
True.
It doesn't. It don't. It don't. That whole list of what the fuck I just went through, or what that is on that thing. I posted it on my Facebook page if anybody's interested in looking at it. But it's nothing to do with he is charging. I think it's anybody who donates over $1 billion, then they get a permanent seat at the table. But if they don't, if it's under $1 billion, then you only get a 3-year membership.
Oh,
and I forget what it was, but like Argentina's already on board. Canada was talking about being on it, so now I don't know what that did. That might be some fuck shit. But I'm wondering what's gonna happen because Trump has never wanted to be a part of NATO. I mean, didn't we back out of NATO? And when Biden went back in, fucking he joined NATO again.
The Paris.
The Paris Accords was something totally different.
Accord. Yeah,
that is what he withdrew from. I don't think he withdrew from NATO.
Well, this is the thing. Hold on, you guys got to understand is that like for the longest time, many people, don't look favorably at the United Nations because they are essentially just a vacuum or a black hole for money and funding, and then do nothing. Right? They talk about stuff, and they're we're gonna stop these people. Nothing happens. Nothing ever happens. It was the same with the League of Nations, and in all honesty, there's a lot of people globally that do not look favorably on the United Nations. Okay, so Trump, by bringing people in, is essentially making the Legion of Doom, but it's turning out that the Legion of Doom aren't actually doing bad. It's kind of like when the cartels are paving roads. You're like, they're the cartels. You're like, yeah, but they made good roads and they pay for everyone's health care.
When the mafia left Youngstown, the Camel especially, the Camel went to shit. There was never a bump in the fucking roads in Camel. all the riffraff and everything stayed in the projects where I came from. Um, and everything, Camel was a decent place. Camel, there was no fucking shit on the ground. There was no fucking litter. There was bakeries. At one point you could leave your fucking doors open. Me and my grandma used to sit at the bench at the end of the road and drink pop, and it used to be a fucking little nice place, not
That was the
somewhere
80s.
scary to be. And that was all mob. When the mob, there was a lot of people, guys from the mob who lived in Camel. There was the Greek mob that had their little spot down on the bottom of 12th Street. Then there was the Mafia had their spot down there by Wilson Avenue. There was different numbers, but everything was taken care of.
Yes.
And if something really bad happened in that community, it disappeared.
It's just how it is.
Now, we got rid of the corruption. We got rid of everything else. Yeah, look at your town now. Look at your town.
Marco, speaking of Camel and people disappearing, I drove up around Camel. You know how you go up, you make a left and you come around, so you don't have to go straight to the center.
Yeah.
Down by the, what do you call? I actually went past McKelvey Lake.
Up by Jacobs Road and shit. That's Youngstown.
Yeah, I know that, but I know why people disappeared there, because there really ain't shit out there.
Well, duh. They just recently now I think Aqua of Ohio bought it out, which used to be a big reservoir for Camel. But yeah.
It still had people bones coming out of the faucet.
They drained it damn near completely on both sides, and they put a new dock in and new dams and shit in, and like people go swimming in that shit now and fucking. I remember frog gigging in that motherfucker with my hillbilly friends when I was young, and it was just gross. I mean, you could feel a body when you stepped on it.
It's pretty over there now.
It's not bad at all.
For being Youngstown, it is really pretty on that side of that part of town, or that part of the east side.
Yeah, it is. But when they take out the fucking the organized crime element, there's a difference. There is a difference, and crime hasn't been organized nor had class in a long time. I mean, I think the last bit of class went out with New Jack City, the Nino Brown era.
Yeah.
Man, but everything's changing.
Just enough for the city.
But back when I was going back to what I was talking about the whole Legion of Doom thing.
Yeah.
I got this bad feeling. I mean, because what we hear talking about lately is Iran, Russia, and China have been getting together, and they've been talking, and they've been trying to group together and trying to. What happens when Iran and China and Russia come to the table with their $1 billion?
I don't know, because I haven't run anywhere.
Hey, listen.
Tell me Trump wouldn't run the Legion of fucking Doom.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to happen, and Trump's going to pull off his toupee, and it's going to be Lex Luthor.
I mean, I'd pay money for that. I'd pay money to watch that. Like, you all insulted my hair. You were all negative. You kept on insinuating. Well, things are going to change. Bam! Lex Luthor, baby. And then just everything goes to shit. Just as soon as that happens, he takes off with the wig. He hits the button with the wig. Everybody's fucked now.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah. You're going to fuck around. You're going to find out. I'm now Lex Luthor, and this is my show. Ba-bam! And it's, I mean, it's the perfect way for things to go down.
Now, can you imagine that? I mean, because now, if you look at it from that perspective, then all of a sudden the Chinese thing, America just took over Canada. And they didn't even know it, because China is at the table. So China is actually our ally now and it's fuck NATO, and all these other countries. Argentina's already there for it. There was a list of so many countries that are already signed up for the fucking for their seat, and they're all going to be golden seats.
They're going to be the best seats, the most aerodynamic and lumbar supportive seats you've ever experienced.
So they'll fly right out of the fucking airplane, is what you're saying.
No,
exactly.
now
They also come with wings.
Here's a very odd little side note on that whole situation, and this is what makes me think it's real, and also makes me think, oh, there's a little ripple in the waves there. Guess who is the biggest country against this whole thing?
Who?
The Star People. That Netanyahu.
Yeah. Yeah, because
not on what?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be honest.
I'm sorry.
As a warning label abolitionist, I feel like this is there's only one way this can go, because if the Legion of Doom was started by good old BB, no one's jumping in. They're like, no, he's gonna just take my money and run. There's no, at least with Trump, they're like, listen, we know where he lives. He has his name outside the building. It's just how it is. That's what he does. So I tell you, it's gonna be 2026 starting with a bang. Let's just say that. It's the 20s of this century are going to be volatile. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Now, so another thing, we jump back to this for a minute because I totally forgot about it and I wanted to say something about it. This JD Vance, I haven't heard it myself, but I've been seeing a lot of reports and a lot of articles on it. That motherfucker, that fuckwit needs to go. That fuckwit, he is. I feel like he's undercover part of the problem. He is literally going now. I thought when I first heard this pertained to when they were going to the buildings that had door after door after door of daycares.
Right.
Because that would be understandable. Yeah, we're going door to door and getting all these illegals and the fraudsters. But now he is insinuating that we're going to start going into communities and going door to door to door to see who illegals are. That right there changes everything ICE is doing into the Gestapo shit. That right there is, that's, dude. Did you pick up a history book? I mean, I know we've been lied to about the funny painter a whole bunch about the reasons why the shit started, but after that shit started, shit wasn't good, and this is part of the not good part of that shit.
Correct.
I said in the beginning when people started comparing the shit that Trump did to the shit that Hitler did. That's who the little funny painter is for the people out there who didn't know. But a lot of it was very similar. We were lied to a lot about that little painter guy, but that does not take away from the atrocities that happened at the ass end of everything.
No.
There was a lot of hands in that cookie jar, a lot of chiefs in the fucking teepee. The little painter guy wasn't all of the little painter guy wanted to find fucking religious things. He thought it was Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes down to it, if you really look into your history, the propaganda that we were so-called told that he was burning all the history books. He was burning this and that. No, he was burning books on trans shit. The great-great-great-great-grandfather of the trans movement who came out of Germany through the Star People.
Yeah.
And they didn't want that shit. And they were pushing it in schools and they were doing this same thing that was going on now.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I could really see that was real, like even to this day, like there was posts going out here, they keep comparing Obama to Trump. And this is Obama went in with letters and told people that they had to leave, and they went in there humanely. If you look at the beginning of the whole shit that went on over there in Germany, the government headed by the painter offered Israel free, trips back. Everybody that had to go, it was no incarceration. It was nothing. He wanted the illegals back then there deported,
Yeah.
and he was giving them luxury trips back home. Israel signed the papers. It's all documented. It's all look at the fuck up. So it was all you did, and that's how they started. That was the Obama way of doing things. And then after the people didn't want to listen, it was like, okay, well, we did it nice. Now we got to do it hard. So Trump is doing this in your face. So you can see, you notice all this shit is happening. It's covered constantly. That's not always a bad thing, because at least the people know. The people with some kind of fucking intelligence know, hey, that bitch turned her fucking wheels. Hey, that bitch shouldn't have been in front of the fucking, shouldn't have been there. Not, oh my God, they just killed an innocent woman.
Yeah.
So we have a little bit of accountability there. Now the public opinion is skewed, but still.
Yes.
So, I mean, there is a lot of comparisons, but the bad thing is what I'm seeing more and more is just like with kids. If you tell a kid, no, don't do that, or this is the consequence, but you let them keep sliding, keep sliding, keep sliding, once you give them that consequence, then all of a sudden it's the world ended. But then all this, now they know you had to go to this extreme consequence now, and now they know they can get over that consequence. So now you got to give an even more extreme consequence. So now it's we've been patting these fucking people on the ass for so long that the consequence has gotten to here, and when it gets to here, we got people knocking at the fucking doors of people's houses.
I wanted to say something about that Nicole Good thing.
Go ahead.
The narrative of her saying she was unarmed, to me, is bullshit.
Why?
Because a vehicle is a weapon.
Agree. But
whoa. If I shoot you in the face, it's manslaughter. If I run you down with my car, it's manslaughter. Isn't it a weapon then?
Yeah, yeah, in a lot of instances, and in our eyes it is, but then in certain states and jurisdiction it's not. But in Minneapolis, ironically, it is. And I can totally understand where fucking Dan gets this from, because he's been hit by a car.
Yeah, in all actuality, to put this in perspective, he was my ride that night. My ride was drunk that night. If I would have pressed charges, he would have got attempted vehicular manslaughter. That was the charge he was up with. Attempted vehicular manslaughter. Because I didn't die.
Oh.
And for you people who think that it don't affect somebody, I ride with this motherfucker all the time. He ain't right.
I wasn't right before. I just walk funny now. You act like big, huge story. This isn't like a newsflash. It's an ongoing thing.
Hey, every time me and Dan go out, we always go to the front of the line. I just say I'm his caregiver.
I want to get Dan one of those sound things. Instead of a fart, it plays the RoboCop step, like.
Oh, speaking of RoboCop,
every time he steps, yeah.
You want to hear some fucked up shit? Go down to downtown Pittsburgh.
All right.
The fucking parking meters talk to you. The fucking lights when you go between the roads tells you what road you can cross each time. Shit starts talking to you. I felt like I was in fucking, what is that movie with Sandra Bullock and
Demolition Man.
Alone? Yes. Like,
so you never had a fucking toy robot? What the fuck?
no, this shit was like all around fucking Pittsburgh.
No.
Oakland,
When you
Missouri,
start
whatever.
seeing the little, and the bad thing is they made them the size of Asians too, so they're little. Robot cops that are walking around. Can
No,
you imagine a bunch of fucking? Because you know they're all going to be made in fucking Asia. You know that Trump ain't going to be around to say like, no, we have to make the robots here. They got to be American-made authorities. You know,
You do need to.
some Democrat will
You
fucking
should.
start saying, "Oh no, these are Asian. They can't arrest Americans." You know, there'll be some dickhead who says that shit. But you know, I honestly feel that the robot fucking like a robot authority, like some shit like that, is perfect for especially in situations like this. They have no race programmed into it. They have no. You obey the law. And if you break that law within the parameters, there is no interpretation. There is no,
no, but then they just fucking shoot you.
That ain't non-lethal weapons. You might get an eye taken out. He'll shoot your eye out. There you go.
I mean, can you imagine though? You get stopped by a robot for jaywalking and then shot with a fucking like sandbag gun like 4 times right in the ass. You'd be like, ah, my ass hurts.
You ever been shot with sand? Sand pellets?
No.
Salt pellets. Oh, so it burns.
No. Oh, people don't shoot me. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm for all intents and purposes.
Tell me nobody up there has thought you were a fucking moose and tried to take a shot at you. Is that what you're telling me?
They think I'm a Yeti. That happens often. I put my hands up and said, just a large human.
I feel like Dino might have taken a 22 at one time.
That's what I'm saying.
Or just looked back and was like, what the fuck was that?
I do have a little like nodule around my knee that feels very hard. That may be a bullet that's stuck in there. I don't remember it ever happening though.
Did somebody just shoot me? And then
I'm like, we were in the ocean and I was like, did anyone else get a mosquito bite? They're like, there are no mosquitoes on the ocean. And I'm like, well, something happened. And it was
fucking shark bit Dino. He didn't even know. Did something
went to the Gulf of America?
Out here?
There's mosquitoes all over the Gulf of America.
I don't hang out in controversial water, sir.
They're all golden skeeters. Just remember that. They're all golden skeeters.
They give you a certificate afterward.
They're on your Peter, whack it off.
I mean,
you get golden malaria.
Yay.
Golden malaria, it cures your syphilis. It's fine. Yeah.
It's the malaria of America. It's a malaria.
Oh God.
Fuck.
This
anyways.
So yeah.
Now, Dino, this is like our rides anywhere. This is random. This is like me and Marco's rides anywhere. It's just random shit that is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
It sounds like I'd open my car door halfway through. Just dive out. Yep. I'm. You guys have a good drive. I'll be here. Hit me up when you come back. Yeah.
Yeah. The ride out everywhere is like a comedy show. The ride back is dead silence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we use
because you're both questioning your decisions at that point. You're just both like,
why do I do this shit to myself?
Rethinking life.
Yeah, that's fair. That's reasonable.
So Dina, tonight, for anybody who's new watching, tonight is movie night, movie Monday. Did you want to finish up with the All Hallows Eve, or do you want to do the movie with the Tardy Kid?
I don't want to do the movie with the Tardy Kid. I definitely don't. Hey, and it's ranked quite high. It's ranked quite high on IMDb, and I'm like, I doubly don't want to watch this because that seems problematic. Those
kind of movies usually suck.
Well, that's the weird part is, so it's ranked actually at like a 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb.
Get the fuck out of here, the Tardy movie.
Yeah. What was it called again?
Something revolt. Not retard revolt. Special needs revolt, or some shit like that.
I need some shit like that.
Yeah. Special Needs Revolt is 5.9 on IMDb.
Which is pretty
And
fucking good.
it's actually quite good because like the problem is that usually horror movies I will add an extra point. Drama movies I subtract 2 points. Like I have a system.
Yeah.
So that means it's technically sitting around like 7 and not 6 as its ranking, which is even scarier because if you look up Special Needs Revolt and just the poster, it's a lot.
Dude,
It's a lot.
I've been holding out. Like, I was gonna watch it with Ray. I'm like, no, we might do this on a Monday.
Special needs
Like-
revolt.
Special Needs Revolt. It is it's a lot. It's a lot. It's because I don't know if we can watch that on live. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, here's
Fucking-
another movie to think about for next week. So we'll just finish up the Terrifier trilogy, or quadruple or whatever the fuck it is, with the one that's
Special needs revolt's on Prime right now.
It's on Tubi too. But here's a movie like I one of them fall asleep rabbit holes you fall down. So they were talking about this banned book of the Bible. It is called The Infancy of Christ by Timothy or Thomas, one of the apostles or whatever. Apparently this person was there when Jesus was a kid. And this was all the chronicles of Jesus as a kid. And you could tell why, if this shit is true, you know why they banned this book. Jesus was an asshole as a kid. But anyways, apparently,
so there is hope for me.
Apparently, Nicolas Cage did a movie called The Carpenter's Son, and I've never heard of it. But what it's about is Joseph and how he had to deal with a Jesus as a kid.
That's on because I was flipping through movies yesterday because I was kind of thinking of a date night type of thing.
That's something you want to watch on a date.
No, because I was flipping through. It was on there. It came up on
tear apart the woman's religion right in front of her.
I was gonna take her to go see Housemaid. Look the trailer up on that. That's some shit.
Oh jeez.
It's seriously look it up.
So yeah, I gotta look into it. I want to know if it's like gonna go deep into it or if it's just like, oh, he was a kid and he was this and that. I want to see it, all these people that Jesus killed when he was a kid and all the people he cursed. Like Jesus, like to read or hear from like the passages of this book, like you're like, well, why wasn't this? This is interesting. This should have been in the Bible. This explains a lot. Like a whole lot.
That is not good.
That all right.
All right.
My take, me and Marco have had this religious talk lots of different ways. The Bible itself has been changed so many times to fit the narrative of governments over so many thousands of years. And the basis of it is try to be good.
Right.
And then listen to your rulers.
Right.
Why would they add anything like that to something that's supposed to lead people to be proper?
Actually, it was all taken out in back in Constantine's time. What was the council of something or other where they decided what was just like that when they actually added Jesus. Jesus was not Jesus's name. Jesus's name was Emmanuel. Then they figured since they were putting together religions that were pagan religions and they were putting together this religion and that religion, they needed a god or an authority figure that wasn't quite, with the name wasn't quite male, but it wasn't quite female. And they came up with Jesus. And then, the Jews started putting what?
I don't know where you got Emmanuel from, but all right, continue.
The porn back in like in
no, not the porn from back in the day. Even in our hymns, like at church when I was younger,
hymns. That's a bill.
There's songs or hymns that have praise Emmanuel, and there's even Christmas songs that have Emmanuel, Lord is the King of Israel, whatever the fuck. So I mean, and then what the fuck I was going with the so we're gonna end up since we started since we got into the star people. Apparently we're gonna end on this. Tim Walz had to answer in front of the council or the council, the Senate, and the Nancy Mace or whatever the fuck her name is started asking him questions and asking him if he knew what the Holocaust was, and he she started asking him if he knew what the Gestapo was, and she kept saying the Jewicide instead of genocide. She said, I could see it once. I could see if she slipped once. So about the Jewicide? I mean genocide. The first slip was all right. It happens. When she did it the second and the third time, and I'm sorry. I mean genocide, dude. I fucking lost it. Anybody want to watch some hilarious shit? Go and watch the Senate hearing. I believe it went on today, where Tim Walz had to fucking answer for all this fuck shit.
Well, how much does a hall cost?
About 6 million Jews, from what we're told.
That's not how Trump says it. It's going to be lined with gold. It's going to be beautiful.
But it was beautiful. It was built on the back of all the star people.
Okay.
You are a fucking go now.
We're all going to die.
If there is one.
Nope. There's the AI's deciphering the Sumerian text that we were created by Anunnaki. That being said, come and check us out tonight for Movie Fucking Monday. We are going to be doing All Hallows Eve, finishing up the whole Terrifier shindiggle there. So come and join us. And what the fuck Wednesday, I'm going to be performing with Dan down there in now for the 51st jokes at the Funny Farm. If you're in this area, come and check us out. Dino has some shit going on Thursday, so we will not be doing mental health on Thursday. But if all goes well, I got to talk to Joey Edibles about it. But he is going to be interviewing, I guess, some Republican that's running for governor of Ohio. He's going to have him at his studio, and I think I might crash. So
that sounds horrible.
Wait. The governor is DeWine right now, right?
Yeah, DeWine's about to be out.
He's retiring? Is what you're saying?
I don't give a fuck what the fuck he's doing. He's about to be out.
You just want whoever's gonna be cool with weed to be.
No. I'm actually going for Vivek, and I really don't know his stance on the whole weed thing right now.
Ohio?
Vivek Ramaswamy wants to go for governor of Ohio, so this guy is going.
Oh yeah, he's from Vivek. Up near Cleveland, huh?
I don't know. He looks like he's a sand person to me.
Tune in on Friday, and all these questions can be answered. Everyone, it's very simple.
Don't you have to live in Ohio?
Stop asking questions.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. God damn it!
Tune in on Friday, and you can answer all these questions, Dan. God damn it!
No, I'm asking questions so I don't have. No, fuck it. I'm going to Google. Fuck you. I'm going to Google. Fuck you.
Dan.
I'm going to Google.
Guaranteed, Dan is going to be in the comments asking all these questions on Joey's show. That's how it's going to work. Okay, you're not allowed to Google anything.
Poor Joey.
That's correct.
Be good to each other, people. Don't stand in the road.
Fuck no.